We're glitching. We're being awkward. 2 seconds. Okay. Alright. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah. Hello,
Hi, everyone.
Good morning, or afternoon, or wherever the fuck you are in the world and what time it is. Hello.
We have a question for you.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with all these book to TV adaptations?
It's getting a bit ridiculous.
It's
like, I feel like every morning I wake
excessive.
up and I go on Instagram and it's like, this book's getting into a TV show, a movie, and I'm like...
This has been picked up by Amazon. This has been greenlit by Netflix. I'm like, hold up, guys.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, it's getting a bit overwhelming.
It is. It's genuinely terrifying. I don't know how I know... Well, actually, I do know how
I do know how I feel.
And that might be a different opinion to what you have, and that's okay, because it's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share that with you, and we aren't going to hold back. I'm
going to be honest.
Because we have specific feelings.
Yeah, I'm going to be really honest, and maybe I'm getting a little bit, like, big-headed when I say this, but I'm a bit over it because I feel like it is showing that there is a lack of creativity in creative industries.
Right.
Because all we can do is pick up a book and go, oh, let's turn it into a script.
Yeah.
Write your own original script, fam.
Yeah.
That's what you're paid to do.
Yeah. It's like everyone, like, sampling old music.
Write your
own fucking song.
Make something new.
Like,
it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous.
There's a time and a place. I agree.
Yes.
There are some book adaptations that we love.
Like the Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
That shit set a standard.
It really did.
Like,
but I think
timeless.
that's the type of things that really can do well.
Yes.
Like Harry Potter, Divergent. Like, it's interesting. It's cool to watch. It's cool to see that come to life on a screen. There are some things that I just don't think can be touched because of the content. Not even, like, let's be real, a lot of these books that are now being adapted have a very high sexual content that would be considered porn if it was made into a movie. For sure. So we're losing that element, which is fine. Like, not everyone's a horny girl.
We are, but...
I don't know about you, but, like...
I am.
Like, leave it in. But, you know, not only that, then we have really elements of, like, really deep, dark... things. We have characters that really thrive on their own inner dialogue.
Yes.
That we don't get in a movie.
No, and I think that's
So, we miss so much. We miss so much.
We miss, like, a huge part of the story. And don't get me wrong, there are books that I've read that I have genuinely sat there and be like, this would make a fantastic movie. First Time Caller. When I read that last year, I read it and I went, I could see this playing out as a rom-com because it followed that, like, really classic rom-com structure. I was like, that would make a fantastic movie. But I'll tell you one thing, I didn't read Binding 13 and go, oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this on my screen.
I'm pretty sure when I read Binding 13, I said no one should touch this with a film camera with a 5-foot fucking pole. Like,
there's no way you can do it justice.
Absolutely not.
I think this is probably, like, a bit of a hot take, but I think the only adaptations that I think are good and worthwhile are, like, your rom-com. Yeah. I think it's the only one that you can be like, yeah, we can do that.
Because, because it's an unlimited supply of it anyway. Yeah. And I think that done well, it turns into a classic. It becomes one that you come back to all the time. Like,
and it's not hard to replicate. Like, just get 2 fucking hotties to bang each other and have some minor little problem, and there you go. Like, rom-com on the table.
Like You and Me on Vacation. People had a lot of feelings about that. I personally watched it and I went, this is a good rom-com. Like, I got to the end of it and I was like, I could see myself coming back and rewatching it. Was there a lot that was missing from the book? Yes. But
I still personally think the movie was really long.
I would also agree.
Okay.
I would agree there was probably parts of it that didn't need to be there. It probably waffled on certain things. But the amount of people as well that I saw criticising, being like, they missed this part and they missed this part. I'm sorry, do you have 6 hours?
Yeah.
This should be made into a TV show. It would be the most boring TV show I've ever watched.
There's not enough plot for a TV show.
Pick your battles, guys. So I think as well, I think in the whole conversation of do we need to just drop the whole book to TV adaptation thing, is that people have expectations of what they want out of it, forgetting that film and TV is a precious art, and if you do it wrong, you are butchering an incredible story.
Yeah.
And that I think that if you're going to bring a book to life and you're going to put on TV, it should be an addition to an already really good story. And I think, speaking about heated rivalry, one of, I think, the best book to TV adaptations that we've seen in a really, really long time, because it served as an addition to the already existing story.
Yeah.
They didn't
really change it.
They didn't really change it, and what they did change was necessary, I think.
That's the thing. That's my biggest problem with the most recent ones we've had, like You and Me on Vacation, The Housemaid.
Yeah.
All of these things. Everyone's like, it's different to the book. No shit, Sherlock. It's actually a film.
If I pull up my Kindle and I pull up, You and Me on Vacation, I reckon it'd say it'd take me 5.5 hours to read. I'm sorry, do you have 5.5 hours?
There are some things that just don't translate from page to screen. Yeah. Therefore need to be changed.
Yeah.
However, I agree with when there's silly little changes that are made. Like, say, let's take The Housemaid. Everyone's quite upset. Enzo's character was really taken out of the film.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't really see why that needed to happen. Yeah. Especially as a movie, the book's a series. If they want to go into the sequel, like, Enzo's character is a big part of that.
Yeah.
To me, I was kind of like, that's a choice.
Yeah.
That's a weird choice.
Yeah.
However, being like, Nina's hair wasn't as blonde.
It's like, pick your battles, guys. The thing with You and Me on Vacation, they were complaining that her Poppy's grandma wasn't a big enough storyline. She's a big part of the book. Poppy's got a good relationship with her. I believe she's unwell and potentially passes away. I read the book a very long time ago. But people were complaining that was taken out. And I was like, that, in the scheme of the film, when we are talking about a rom-com, doesn't fit. And you either have to put all of that material in there, which would drag the film out by another half an hour, 45 minutes, or you just take all of it out.
Yeah.
You either do all or you do nothing. And I think a lot of people forget that when they're being adapted, that if we're going to dabble this little storyline here, then we need to dabble this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, because they all are part of the same subplot.
Yeah.
And it really grinds my gears. And it makes me very, very fearful when I see these, like, books being picked up by Amazon and Netflix and all that kind of stuff, that I just go, I don't know how you're going to do it, and you're going to do it well. And I think people are going to be critical of it anyway. Like, Lights Out has been picked up by Netflix. Netflix is notoriously very family friendly. So, first of all, no idea how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
But it's been picked up as a TV series. Yeah. And I'm like, the book's good, but it's
not substantial enough to be a TV show.
It really is not. And I think what we're then going to lean into is it's long and it's boring because there's not enough happening.
Or they start adding more things in for more plot, for more story that changes the whole the whole thing, and it ends up being something so different to what it was.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah. Like, we should clarify, like, not against book adaptations. Like, there is some content like that we've read where, like, this would slap as a film. It's just the sheer amounts coming out these days that volume. I'm just like, I
would really like to watch
some
something
of the
that's
choices.
original.
Yeah. We've got a stack.
I want to know your thoughts on Fourth Wing.
Okay.
I'm really curious because personally, I don't know how I feel about it as a TV show, because I question how well they will be able to do it.
Yeah, so that's my thing. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Fourth Wing's biggest fan. Argue with the wall. I actually don't want to hear it. However, when the news came out that Fourth Wing was going to be adapted into a TV show, that was a very scary time. It still is a very scary time. I'm scared. Michael B. Jordan is, like, directing, producing something. He's
hot, but...
yeah, like, okay, sir, like, can you actually pull this off? I I can't give you it straight, like, I don't know if I want this or not. To me, it's terrifying because I love this book so bad. And, yeah, my biggest thing is I don't know. I think if it was done well, it could be epic.
Yeah.
It could be, like, you know, it's high stakes. It'd almost be like if Harry Potter and the Hunger Games and Divergent had an orgy and that was produced to that level.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think it's one of those books that I think would need a big budget.
We need big, like, we've got freaking dragons.
Yeah.
I don't want to see some, like, CGI cartoon Toothless flying around. Like, I want to see a real life. I want to see, like, I want the teeth, the sharp teeth, and the, like...
Kind of like Game of Thrones kind of level, where, like, the detail is unmatched. Not that I've watched Game of Thrones, but my dad watched it a lot. But
it needs
like,
to be real. The actors need to be real. My biggest concern, actually, if we're going to... In Fourth Thing, if you haven't read it, they communicate to their dragons through their minds. They don't physically... Hey... It's in their heads.
Yeah.
How the fuck are we doing that?
Yeah.
How the fuck... Like, so you're telling me
Voiceovers.
they're going to be having a conversation and they're just going to be like...
This is how are they naturally going to do it? With voiceovers.
And we're arguing in our heads right now.
I know. That's
concerning.
That's the terrifying
I'm going to get the ick.
How do you do it well?
Also, how the fuck do you cast Zayden? Because in my mind, he doesn't exist. Like, you can't. Like, that man... There's no Zayden in this one.
My other big concern as well, and it's a concern I have in the greater scheme of film and TV at the moment, is that studios are casting big name actors for roles to pull in viewership rather than them being a good pick for the role. Wuthering Heights, for example.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Can't say I've watched Wuthering Heights yet, but Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie, I don't know if they are the best picks for those roles, but
fantastic actors.
Fantastic actors, but are they the best pick for that role? Questionable. I mean, I'm pretty sure Heathcliff is meant to be a person of colour, but anyway, I digress.
That's just the
first
big thing.
Also, the fact that Margot Robbie has an iPhone face, like, and it's meant to be set back in the 1800s. Anyway, but were they the best pick for the role? No. But were they picked to bring in viewership? Yes, because people knew that everyone would drop their panties to go watch Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi get it on in a cinema. I would too, but they picked them not because they were the best pick for the role, but because of their big level name. When you look at projects like Heated Rivalry, where they've gone, circle back to like the best series that's ever been made ever, and the fact that Lives Are in Frame. They declined a big budget from HBO and American studios because they wanted them to not kiss until the 5th episode, and they wanted to be able to do it on their own terms. So they went full low budget, Canadian taxpayer dollars, picked 2 unknown actors. I think the biggest project that one of them done was Connor was an extra in The Joker 2, which flopped, mind you. Like, no one fucking watched The Joker 2.
A long time ago.
Yeah, no one watched it. Connor was the highlight, but no one watched it. So no one knew who he was anyway. But they were unknown actors, so people were watching it and tuning in because they were good. Yeah. And the quality was good. It wasn't, oh my god, it's Jacob Elordi in a hockey romance fucking another man. I'm going to go watch it. People were tuning in because it was actually good quality. So they prioritized the quality of the actors rather than the
cash grab that comes with casting really famous people.
That's it. And I think that's my biggest concern with a lot of these projects is which way are they going to go? Yeah. Are they going to cast the big names that maybe are not the best pick for the role, but they know that people will tune in? Or are they going to go the like Heated Rivalry kind of route where they pick lesser known actors who are actually at the standard that they're looking for and make it a quality show? And it's a bit terrifying when I look at the books that are being brought to TV. I am scared. I'm scared because I don't want to see Jacob Elordi playing Rhett from Flawless. Sorry, guys. I love Jacob Elordi. He's my close and personal friend. He came from Brisbane. Like, he's literally 20 minutes from us. Yeah. I love Jacob Elordi. I don't need him in, Chestnut Springs or Rose Hill or...
So I guess that... Saying that then, what do we think off campus, which is El Kennedy's ice hockey series? one of her ice hockey series, is coming to
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. It's coming soon.
Very soon. I think it's next month.
Yeah, it's
May?
it's coming
Very
soon.
soon.
All unknown actors.
Yeah.
Now,
All except for the dad, Troy Bolton's dad, is Garrett Graham's dad.
sure.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, massive
That's-
name actor, guys.
I didn't know that. That's perfect casting.
Oh, wait, no. Or... No, shit, have you watched Shameless?
No.
Oh, okay. No, it's not, sorry, I lied. It's not
Anyway.
Troy Bolton's dad, it's Kevin from Shameless.
Okay.
Anyway, he's really hot.
Anyway, fantastic.
Garrett Graham's dad's name.
Casting unknown actors has really paid off for Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
However, that can also, like, Amazon has put out some questionable films with unknown actors that are unknown for a fucking reason.
And I've got to say, the casting, like, with Heated Rivalry, they cast unknown actors that
genuinely had a passion.
and also looked like Shane and Ilya. Like, I'm sorry, this was the cover before it. That is Hudson Williams.
Yeah.
That is Connor's story without the bit. So they still went for the aesthetic look that fit the story. The same cannot be said for Off Campus.
Yeah, I think the Off Campus series is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like the Summer I Turned Pretty situation. You know, where, like, the books are okay.
Yeah.
Off Campus is way better book-wise than the Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah.
Those are pretty tragic,
Yeah.
in my personal, professional opinion. But I didn't froth over. I still haven't finished Off Campus. Like, that's how disinterested I was.
Yeah.
But you have.
Yeah.
And you really liked it.
Yeah, I thought when you think of it as being like a pioneer in the hockey sports series, like, space, I think it served its role.
Yeah, I think, like, in terms of, is it going to be a good adaptation? Like, I think it has the potential.
Yeah.
Like, if we look at popular TV series at the moment, it kind of checks those boxes. Like, it's collegey, like, age, like, not really that high stakes.
Yeah.
We've maybe got some really hot people in there that really draw in the attention.
Cutesy, fun,
like, I really do think it can do well.
However, I think it's going to be held to a very high standard because of Heated Rivalry.
I agree.
Yeah.
And because it was kind of like the first, like, I feel like when Off Campus was announced, then
Everything from there.
Everything just came out after that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to have a lot of spotlight on it. I am concerned with Amazon.
Yeah, they don't have the best track record.
Yeah. I really hope that it's good. And I think it's going to be good in the way of, like, we'll all put it on and it'll be a watch.
Yes,
it's not going to be like, this
watch
is
it
the best
because it's
thing
off
I've...
campus.
Yeah.
Difference with Heated Rivalry, people were like, I'm watching this because it's a good show. I think Off Campus will draw people in because of the name that Off Campus has in the book space.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with you where I think everything came after Off Campus because people, and I think studios saw how interested the book community was in work being brought to life. But I do think that that's an unfair representation of how most book readers feel of, I actually don't want all of my favourite books brought to TV. I'm obviously going to pay attention if I've read the series, i.e. Off Campus, but that doesn't mean that I want every book that I've ever read to be brought to TV.
Yeah.
And I think that's where maybe the studios and the big name execs of Amazon and everything are getting a bit lost, where they're like, people are going to watch it, because they've read the book.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we need every book to be picked up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the challenge that I'm feeling right now. My conflicted feelings where I'm like, yay, I'm excited because I loved this book. But, like, did it need to be brought to TV?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas
I
there
think
are books that I think...
a safer side, though. Like, I
Yes.
think out of all the books, like, I think it's something that can be done.
Yes.
Because it's not... There's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just... As long as you've got good actors...
Yeah.
Like, it can be done. Like, it's not
Absolutely.
hard. There's
Absolutely.
no dragons. There's no telepathy conversations. Like, it's
the men don't have to be that hot.
It's a college hockey romance.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cringe in a good way. Like how, The Summer I Turned Pretty was so cringe, but like could not watch it.
Yeah. I'm really curious how you feel, because obviously I think we've spoken about this series a lot on this channel, and I know we love it a lot. Elsie Silvers, Rose Hill, and also Chestnut Springs. How do you feel about? So Chestnut Springs is being bought to Netflix, and Rose Hill is being picked up by Amazon Prime.
Yeah, or maybe the other way around.
Could be the other way around, but two separate studios. Even though there's an overlap in the series. Two separate studios, so it's going to be different actors. They're going to have to basically, I think, cut off the relationship between...
Yeah, Elsie said...
Willa and Ford. How do you feel about those two series? Because we love those series.
Yeah.
A lot.
I do love. I think they have the potential to be such great shows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love that... they are by separate studios, so therefore the connection between the two series will be severed.
Mm-hmm.
That's not ideal.
Yep.
However, it's a minor thing, I guess. Mm-hmm. In my dream world, that wouldn't be the case. Mm-hmm. But I think it could be done. I think there's a little gap in the market for country. Like if we look at a show, like a country show, like Yellowstone, that did so fantastic show. Mm-hmm. Not really. Well, no, it's the romance is very minor and a subplot for like one or two characters. Mm-hmm. Like that's really not the whole point. And so there really is no like romance. Country series.
No.
That's been done well and actually done well. I think there's been a few that I tried to watch and I was like, oh,
it's not hitting the mark.
No. So I think it has the potential. I think the gap in the market is there. But it's scary. Also doing it as a TV show, I actually think for a series like that is better than a movie. I think having 5 movies just sounds wrong. I think a TV show, if we take a look at Bridgerton, which is a great adaptation. Very different to the books, though.
Yeah.
So, is it a good book to TV adaptation, or did they just do a really good job on the show and a really good job on the book, and they're separate entities?
Yeah.
I think that... I don't know what I was saying.
You think a TV show would be good for... And I agree. I think for a series like Chestnut Springs, I think a TV show works really, really well because you can kind of have that, roll-on element and... I guess kind of blend them together in a way. Because the books are all interconnected, so you can
characters are still going to be like Bridgerton. I remember my train of thought. Each season, a different sibling takes a lead. Yeah. So I feel like that's what it'll be like for Chestnut Springs. Like season 1 will be primarily focused on Brett and Summer.
Yep.
And we move on, but everyone's still a part of it. Like everyone's in it. Everyone comes into it when they need to be, just like the books.
Yeah.
So I think that could be done well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is scary, but I do have faith in that.
Yeah.
I think it's easily enough done.
Yeah.
However, then if you look at something like the Ruinous Love trilogy.
Yeah. That was picked up by Netflix, was it? Was it Netflix? I'm going to do a quick fact check. I have a feeling it was Netflix. I'm... With books like Lights Out and with Ruinous Love, there's a lot of the story that I think is maybe less Ruinous Love, more Lights Out, but a lot of the story is anchored in the spicy aspect of it.
Yes.
And the intimacy. I think the reason that Heated Rivalry were able to do the intimacy and the spiciness so well is because they did it on their own accord. They did it with taxpayer money, with Crave Canada, who went, just fuck each other.
Yeah.
I don't think that studios like Amazon and Netflix are going to go, just fuck each other, guys.
No.
So, and with Lights Out especially...
How are you gonna sit on a night?
There's a bit, like, the intimacy and the sexual chemistry between Josh and Ali is a huge part of the story.
Well, the literal whole plot of the book is that he does fucking thirst traps of, like, a masked man on TikTok, and she gets off to that. That is quite literally the whole plot. And then he stalks her and breaks into her house and fucks her in the mask.
Oh,
and
Butcher and Blackbird's a movie. Sorry, I lied.
But, like, how?
Yeah.
How?
How are they going to do it?
I'm sorry. I love that book. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do well on a screen.
And not as a show
it's significantly changed.
Not as a TV show either.
No.
Like, there's just not enough to be interesting.
No.
As a show, as a movie, maybe
a movie.
Maybe a movie, but a show, I'm going, there's just not enough. It's a really small book.
Yeah.
You know?
Ruinous Love, I can see the potential.
Mm-hmm. I think with Ruinous Love, especially with Butcher and Blackbird, in my opinion, there's a lot less relying on the sexual chemistry.
Yeah.
So as a movie, you can absolutely, like, take out those sexual scenes, and there's still a big story about they're both serial killers, and they're in this, like, yearly competition with each other to kill people, right? You can still bring that to life as a movie, mind you. So an hour and a half. Without the sexual elements, if you decide to forego them. But with Lights Out as a TV show, right, to keep people's interest piqued for long enough to, I mean, say it's 6 episodes, that's between 4 and 6 hours worth of TV. There's just not as much happening in Lights Out when you compare it to something like Butcher and Blackbird, where they're, and I mean, I would put Lights Out and Butcher and Blackbird kind of in the same category of
100%
book
of like
film.
Romance, dark
romance comedy. Yeah, sort of thing. Where I think you could do Lights Out as a movie. I absolutely think you could. But again, I still think that there's so much anchoring on the intimacy. And I think, you know, you look at You and Me on Vacation, for example. Or, sorry, People We Meet on Vacation. I forget that there's, like, different names for it. There is an intimate scene between Poppy and Alex when they are in Mexico that got cut out of the film. It went to test screening. Test screeners went, it was not needed. I disagree. I would have really loved to see Tom Blythe shirtless a couple more times, so fuck you all. I thought we were a community here. Where are the girls? Really? Anyway. But that was cut out. With that being said, as much as I would have loved to see Tom Blythe, like, in that kind of setting, it's fine without it. There's enough going on in the movie.
Yeah, they're traveling the world, they're having a fun time.
There's enough going on, and the story isn't anchored in the intimacy. You don't need to see it. It obviously is alluded to, and there's, like, a weird montage of Tom Blythe grunting, and it's fucking hot, and I was sweating. But you get the gist without the intimate scene, because there's not a lot hanging on that intimacy. Lights Out, different story.
Agreed.
You know, so how do you feel about... So all of Emily Henry's books have been picked up for adaptation. We're getting...
All of them!
Every single one of them has been picked up for adaptation. We're getting The Love Hypothesis as well. We're getting First Time Caller. Where do you sit with them? Because I just want to... We're not the biggest Emily Henry stans. Like, there are people out there that ride or die for that woman. I don't mind her books. I feel okay about her books going to movies, though, because I think she follows that really classic rom-com formula.
Yes. I think standalones.
Yep.
Rom-com.
Yep.
Contemporary romance rom-com.
Go for gold?
I think, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Like, I think it can be done.
Yeah.
You know, it's when we start to dip into, like, genres that, unless you're a really big budget and you're going to make this happen well.
Yeah.
Or, things that just don't really make sense for TV.
Yeah.
Make sense for Pornhub. Like, Lights Out, like, get it on the hub. I've watched that.
The hub's been banned in Australia.
Well, get it somewhere.
Get it somewhere. Get it somewhere for me, please.
Not on Netflix.
No.
Like,
God. It's family-friendly site. Like.
But, like... I don't see it being done well without changing a massive portion of the book to actually give it the substance to be a TV show.
I think we should talk about the elephant in the room, though, the one that I feel the most sick to my stomach that's being adapted, and that is Boys of Tommen. If that series I hold near and dear to my heart. It is easily up there as one of my favourite series of all time. Joey and Eva are my close and personal friends. I know them like the back of my hand. I've read those books like 3 times each. I'm ready for a 4th. Like, I love this series. And I have never in my life felt so strongly that a book series should not be touched with a film camera ever. So when I saw that announcement, part of me was like, oh my God, that's really cool. And then I just felt ill. I felt sick.
So, are you also surprised? I mean, we know Chloe Walsh is a little bit problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised that I'm surprised she said yes.
I agree.
I'm really shocked that because she is very adamant on she will do whatever the fuck she wants with this series.
Yes.
And they are her babies.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that she was like, yeah.
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised at the information that we've gotten as well. So the first season is going
this makes me feel sick.
This makes me feel sick. The first season is going to be 8 episodes. It's picked up by Amazon Prime. That's your first fucking problem. The first season is going to be 8 episodes, and it's going to cover the entirety of books 1 and 2.
So, this chunker
Times
and the
2.
other one, which is the same size,
like 2,000 pages
in 8 episodes.
That's unrealistic.
It's
so there's a few things I want to touch on that make me really angry about this series being brought to TV. I reckon at least 40% of the 2 books is Johnny and Shannon's inner dialogue. It's their feelings, it's their emotions, it's their processing, especially with Shannon. There's so much trauma. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure the whole first chapter is her explaining why they are at the point that they're at, because she's getting ready to go to Tommen, Joey, and she's like literally explaining how damaged their family is. But that's all done up here, up in her noggin. Same with Johnny. We see Johnny processing and unpacking everything and his feelings for Shannon and all up in his noggin, right? You can't do that on a TV screen. Second of all, there's 2,000 pages worth of content, and all of it is important. There are filler elements to it, but the filler elements are also important, i.e. Johnny and Gibbsy's friendship, right? There are whole chapters in that book of Johnny and Gibbsy just being Johnny and Gibbsy. Yeah. I know full well they're going to have to cut that out, but that's also really important because they're best friends, and that's a big part of this series. And then
that's a big part of Johnny as a whole.
Johnny as a whole is this is his best friend. That's the only person that he cares about outside of Shannon when Shannon comes into his life. Like, he is ride or die for the people in his life. Then, say this series goes... Okay, also, it's set in 2005.
In Cork.
In Cork, in Ireland. Are you going to cast Irish actors? The fuck?
Yeah, you better. No dodgy Irish accents.
Please.
Here. But then, also, like, my biggest concern, too, is the... abuse.
How are you going to show that?
How are we putting this on a screen without it being like, this book was triggering enough for me to read?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
I think they'll cut it out.
You can't. It's literally the whole point of the book.
I think that they will do it as like you'll see her dad
like
get really, really angry.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, and then the next day she'll have a fresh bruise on her eye. Like, I think that's how they're going to do it. Which is fine, but I also think that there is, like, that end scene in Binding 13 where Joey turns around to their mum and is like, him or us.
Yeah.
The abuse that takes place in that moment, I felt sick to my stomach, but it is also important for the story. And that moment, how are you going to do that moment where Joey turns around to their mum and goes, him or us, without showing everything that took place before? Mm-hmm. It's going to have to be open door. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to see it happen. My other thing is, say this series goes okay, right? People watch it, people enjoy it, they get lots of money from it, they decide to renew for season 2 and do Saving and Redeeming 6. Saving 6 goes back 5 years before Binding 13 even happens. And then Redeeming 6 repeats everything from Binding and Keeping 13. Repeats it.
Just from a different perspective.
Just from a different perspective. People who haven't read the books or are just casual viewers or whatever are going to be like, we're literally rehashing. Sorry, I keep burping. We keep rehashing the same thing over. I could get like, I'm just so worked up about it. We're going to be rehashing and repeating, and people are going to be like, I know all of this. I know that this happened, you know?
Do you know what would be even more criminal? The fact that we've only got eight episodes for the first 2 books. If, because of this information that Joey and Aoife's story goes back in time, they decide to combine it in those 8 episodes.
Oh, they so will. They so will. They'll do a season for Johnny and Shannon, a season for Joey and Aoife. Also, just another thing, right? Binding and Keeping 13, right? We see Aoife throughout it all. And at no point is it alluded to that she is pregnant, right? There's no mention that she has a bump or anything like that, because it's meant to be a big reveal in Redeeming 6 that she's pregnant with baby AJ. How are you going to have Aoife's character in there, pregnant, but not showing that she's pregnant?
Yeah.
I just feel sick.
It's a no from me.
It's a no from me. I'll watch it because I have no self-control.
Yeah, obviously. And I'll watch every single one of these things that we've talked about. But
on a lighter note, we do have a very exciting book to TV adaptation coming this year, and the thing I'm most excited about is Sunrise on the Reaping.
Because they're always done well. Like, the Hunger Games never lets you down.
And back to our casting known, unknown actors, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I think they find the perfect balance of like actors who have got a legacy, who are fit for the role, and actors who are up and coming and perfect for the role, right? We've got Elle Fanning and we've got Ralph Fiennes, who both have got pretty significant careers.
Yeah.
But then we've got Joseph Zada, who is a little boy from Sydney.
Also
again,
a close and personal
friend. So I think that they find the perfect blend of, and I think this is where the Hunger Games have done a really fantastic job of appealing to a big audience of people, because like, I know full well that like my dad knows who Ralph Fiennes is. It's Voldemort. And I told my dad that, and he was like, oh yeah, like I know, you know. Yeah. So you're dragging in that kind of crowd where they're like, yeah, I love his work, I'm gonna go and watch it. And then you've got all the youngsters who have read the books and go, oh my god, I'm gonna go watch it. And then you've got these new, like, perfect blend. They do it fantastically. Their casting team needs a raise. They nail it every single time. And I think that because of the quality that they've delivered in the past, they have such a big budget that they can bring these things to life and do it in such a fantastic job that I have never been more excited for a Hunger Games film in my life than what I am for Sunrise on the Reaping.
I agree. I'm really, really excited for this. It's like November this year.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the really exciting bit is it was announced at the same time as the book. So as I was reading the book, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be such a good movie. Like, it just really rounds out the story, and I think it's fantastic. I have heard only good things about Joseph Zada's performance in it. Everyone has said that he is incredible, and I have no doubt I think he's going to be, well, I mean, look at the careers that Josh and Jennifer are coming back for.
I know.
Sunrise on the Reaping as well. So I think,
exciting.
I'm really over. I think that they set the standard consistently for what a book to TV adaptation should be.
I agree.
They do a really good job at picking the most important parts to keep in, and I'm very excited for it.
So excited. Well, that's.
We
should probably stop it there. I feel like we could just talk about this for like ages,
and keep offending people, but it's fine.
Yeah. It's just our opinion. It's
just an opinion.
Is it majorly biased? Yes. Are we still gonna watch every single thing that we just shat over? Yes.
Absolutely.
But we, it's entertainment. Like,
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm prepared to eat my words. I hope that they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I truly do. I really hope that they prove me wrong.
Absolutely. And again, there are definitely ones that I'm very excited for, like First Time Caller and those, and even the Love Hypothesis. I am excited for those. But there's ones that I'm raising my eyebrow at. I'm going, was this necessary, or are we doing it because we know that it will make us money?
Yeah.
Is it a bit crash grabby? Thanks Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Please join the discussion. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you angry? Let your feelings out. This is a safe space.
Would really... Except if you disrespect my man, Satan Ryerson. There's the door. Leave right now.
Yeah, just no fourth wing comments. Just keep those ones to yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you're really excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liv's very, very sensitive. I'm not allowed to ever say a bad word about fourth wing in front of Liv. Otherwise my life's on the line.
Yeah. It's like I would never disrespect Joey either.
I feel like you have before.
Yeah, well, so have you. So, you know what? It's fine.
Confidently. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As I said, share your feelings below. We would love to know. Let's talk about it. And thank you so much for watching. Please go watch our other videos. Hit subscribe. Ooh, I hate saying that. We love you. Bye. Bye.